A group of college students was on a graduation trip. The mountain path, which had been clear and sunny, suddenly filled with an eerie mist. In an instant, it engulfed the bus. Several dark figures appeared in the fog, rushing toward the bus at incredible speed. One boy inside suddenly spotted a red glow in the mist, with what seemed like a dark figure moving within it. Just as he tried to get a clearer look, the red light vanished in a flash. At the same time, the driver stopped the bus because he couldn't see the road ahead. This nearly caused the private car behind to rear-end them. The private car then turned on its fog lights to lead the way, and the bus slowly followed. But after going only a short distance, the fog grew so thick that the bus completely lost sight of the car ahead. With no choice, they stopped again. The driver planned to get out and place warning signs, then continue once the fog lifted. It was then that the students on the bus realized all their phones had lost signal. The driver got out and slowly walked to the front of the bus. Visibility was now less than a meter. Even though he had walked less than 5 meters, when he looked back, he could only faintly see the 2 beams of the bus's headlights. He wanted to explore further, but the next sight made his hair stand on end. In the distance, 2 red lights flickered, with a dark figure seemingly moving between them. The driver was terrified. He ran back to the bus. To avoid causing panic, he suppressed his fear, returned to his seat, and prepared to continue driving. Just then, the private car that had lost contact suddenly honked, as if signaling them to keep following. The driver realized they shouldn't stay there any longer and quickly drove toward the sound of the horn. However, a dark figure suddenly appeared ahead. The driver swerved desperately but couldn't avoid it, causing the entire bus to roll down the mountainside. The bus tumbled and disintegrated completely, the interior filled with the passengers' desperate screams and cries for help. After what felt like an eternity, a girl slowly regained consciousness. She vaguely saw a rescue team arriving at the scene. Then everything went black, and she fell unconscious again. When she woke up next, she found herself in a hospital room. At that moment, a patient's family member nearby noticed she was awake and quickly went out to call for help. Soon, 3 strangers hurried to her bedside. One woman told the girl to prepare herself and look in the mirror. She asked if she could recognize who she was. Staring at her unrecognizable face in the mirror, the girl said she couldn't recognize the woman in front of her, nor did she remember who she was. Finally, from the woman's mouth, she learned her name was Alma. The other 2 were her parents. Late that night, Alma was awakened by a strange sound. A bizarre light and shadow she had seen during the day appeared before her, slowly moving. In the blink of an eye, it shifted to the bed next to hers. In a daze, it seemed a dark figure lunged at the patient on the bed. Suddenly, the patient began struggling violently. Alma quickly called for the nurse. The on-duty doctor rushed over and found the patient in critical condition. During this, the patient glared fiercely at Alma. Alma watched the scene in utter terror. In the end, the dying patient was wheeled into the emergency room, leaving Alma panting heavily, her heart still racing. Over the next 2 days, Alma's injuries recovered quickly. One night, a boy named Tom came to visit Alma. She had lost a leg in the crash. Tom walked to her bedside and took her hand, but Alma couldn't recognize him at all. With no other choice, Tom pulled out a photo of the 2 of them and told her about the current situation of their classmates. Besides the 2 of them, 3 other classmates were still in comas.